Imagine how you're hurting the feelings of your classmates who you laugh at every day and don't even realize you're snickering or laughing at them because it's so second nature. You guys, it is not just joking around. You are damaging each other. If one of the teachers in that cafeteria would have gone to any of those kids who wouldn't let me sit with them, and they would have said, hey, you guys, what did you do to Jodee? I just saw her crying in the bathroom. Every one of those kids would have said the same thing. They would have all said, well, we didn't do anything. And they would have been telling the truth. They honestly didn't do anything. And that's the point. Bullying just isn't the mean things you do. It's all the nice things you never do. I just have to ask, at lunchtime here, are there any kids who kind of sit alone, who don't really have a group of friends to sit with? Maybe there isn't here. Maybe you're a rare exception. That would be great. And maybe that kid who does sit alone, your answer to me would be, well, yeah, but we try to be nice to her, and like, she never talks to us. Did it ever occur to you because she's afraid? You know, I don't blame you guys for not wanting to invite someone to sit with you at lunch that's gross. But did any of you ever think why they become that way? I mean, they weren't born that way. What makes them become that student you would never be caught dead hanging out with? I'm going to explain it to you right now, because don't let my appearance fool you. Beneath the well-applied eyeliner and the successful woman, that girl is still here. I am still that skinny, stringy-haired, pockmarked face, ashen complexioned, too afraid to talk to anybody because I know they're just going to laugh in my face girl. The reason we become that way, why should we care if our hair looks nice? If none of you ever look at us, you only ever look past us or through us. Why should we care if our makeup looks nice and our clothes are pretty and pressed? If we're invisible to you anyways. Invisible people don't need mascara. By now, everybody's laughing, you know? And some of those kids weren't laughing because they liked what they had seen. Some of them were laughing because they were scared if they didn't laugh, that everybody would laugh at them. You know, if you laugh at somebody of your own free will, that's bad enough. But if you laugh at someone just because everybody else is, that makes you the worst kind of coward. Tyler hands me my yearbook. In black, indelible marker on the inside front cover of my yearbook, so I can't even tear out the page. Everybody hates you and always will. You're God's worst mistake. Love, Tyler and the class of '82. There's a part of me that still thinks I'm a mistake, that still thinks I am God's worst mistake because of what those kids did to me. Please, if there's somebody sitting alone at lunch, ask them to join you. And don't gossip about people on blogs or with texting. Don't roll your eyes at somebody when they pass you by the lockers. I know you guys don't think you're doing anything wrong. I swear, I get it. But do you really want one of your classmates to be 44 years old, standing in front of a gym full of strangers, having to admit something like this? No matter how successful I became, I couldn't diminish those voices in my head from school. You have power over each other's lives, kids, more than you could ever imagine. And for anybody in this gym who feels any of what I used to feel, who's going through anything of what I used to go through, I have something to tell you, so listen up. There is nothing wrong with you. It is everything that is right about you that makes you stand out. You are not targeted because you are beneath the crowd. You are targeted or ignored because you are misunderstood, because you rise so far above the crowd. And don't you change for anyone. It is those who put you down who need to change. I want every one of you to think back to a specific moment in your life, the most humiliating moment of your life. I want you to think of a moment when somebody you really look up to, you really care about, really hurt you. They either said something or they did something that made you wish you were never born. How could you do that to me? How could you say that to me? They actually made you hate yourself. They made you feel small, like you were worthless and nothing. I want you to recall this event in your memory with as much detail as possible. Now, if everyone has a memory, and you literally can feel again that horrible rejection and humiliation that you once felt in that moment, I want you to open your eyes and listen to me like you've never listened to anybody in your whole life. Exactly how you felt in that worst moment is exactly how the person feels here at school, who you let sit alone at lunch, who you let walk alone to class, who, though you don't mean to do it, always end up picking last whenever dividing into teams in gym or class, who you maybe gossip about on a blog or via an email, who you kind of just ignore as if they're invisible. That's exactly how that person feels. The only difference is you only had to feel that way in your worst moment. The person you exclude, the person you start rumors about, the person who you let be alone feels the way you did in your worst moment every day when they have to walk through these school doors. And only you can change it. I was so tired of getting called ugly and dog.
King High School on the South Side has brought Jodee Blanco here to tell the same story she's told kids all over the country about how she was mercilessly bullied when she was their age.
I closed my eyes and I said a prayer. Dear God, it's me. Please give me cancer, please.
One girl, Lauren, cries through much of the story.
I just understood where she was coming from. I started to cry because, like, how she was talking about how she would pray that she get cancer. Like, I used to, like, when I first got here, freshman year, I used to just wish that I just walk outside and get hit by a truck, you know? I'm terribly overweight, and I don't dress the way they do, and I don't act the way they do. I walk up the stairs, or I just be walking, they be like, oh, look at her, and then, like, I try to say what I gotta say, like in class, and they be like, shut your fat ass up.
Blanco says that part of the problem is that the kids who are doing the bullying often have no idea that they're hurting someone. To them, it's just a joke. But it's no joke to Lauren.
I wanted to die, and people don't understand that, and that's why when people make fun of people,